Okay, so last time on Katawa Shoujo, what happened? We ignore all that. We were okay. So our main character, Hisayo, G man Hisayo. He had a heart thing and ended up in the ER after talking to his crush, Iwanako, and turns out he has arrhythmia, and now he is at this school, boarding school type deal for disabled students, because the doctor and his ma and pa were like, hey, this will be good for you, go do this. He was like, I'll give it a shot, I'm his sire. So, okay. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wonder if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. I'm a bummer. Of course I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, because it's a gate. So I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Because I am a fast walker, moving forward feels good. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. Hold down there, Flash. Calm down. I'm alone as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. Sounds like a makeup commercial. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park, with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. Ugh. Ugh. I shake them off. Shake, shake, shake it off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself, at least. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies, too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I'm a Sile rebel. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Probably your stereotypes. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kinda eerie. It makes me wish there was someone here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. He's a doctor. The trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. I thought that was blue. Huh. So why am I feeling so anxious, despite all this greenery? Maybe you don't like trees. ... Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back. Even if I had no life, I could return too. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous, and with this realization set in my head, I open the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Oh, what's his voice gonna be? I'm thinking. You must be Nikki? Nikai? So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked for you a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, what was Hisayo's voice? Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention. but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me feels even more nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Let's be a smart, I'm getting a, Hamlet vibe from Hisaya so far, so we're gonna go, why do I have to? Of course not, that's why I asked. Right. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. Don't pass out on him. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Ooh, a lot of threes in there. Matoya opens the door and enters. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip! Dude, this is a big step. I know that, but there isn't any point to worrying so much about it. At least, not this soon. Oh, look at all the kids. Girls obviously win in majority. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. I see you guys eyeing me back there. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's a lot of space left over around and in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks, wood, with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs, more wood with metal frames. Simple, efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would they be here? You don't know them. They're probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. Rude. Look at that guy back there. What? I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking at her, she covers her face with her hands, as if it will make her invisible. We passed by her already. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses. Right here. Then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. So is the cherry-looking girl with pink hair. I wonder where she is. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hand and so does everyone else, except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. That's her. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. She's really cute. After the applause, there's a brief silence and nobody seems to want to be responsible for breaking. The teacher soon realizes that he should probably say something. He opens up with some unintelligible noise, shuts up and he loses his momentum, then starts introducing me. Nobody seems to give a shit. Maybe I should have said yes to the self-introduction thing. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, didn't. Probably realizing he doesn't know anything about me, he just ends up saying my name wrong and asks me to write on the blackboard. I do that and turn back to face the class, feeling like an awkward turtle. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along with letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently. They clap their hands, and it feels weird. The first row girl claps at this round... What? I can't read. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against her other wrist. Makes me feel bad. He looks like such an alcoholic. We're gonna be doing some work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Akamichi. She's the class rep. She can explain anything you might want to know, and who else would be able to do that better, am I right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments, and I don't do them. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh, right. Hakamichi's right there. Shizuin Hikimichi. Oh, pink-haired girl. Jeez, she looks aggressive. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Ha! God, her voice. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter.
It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi Shizen.
Giggling, Misha points to this girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once, nonchalantly, to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short, yet carefully, neatly brushed blue hair, a pair of glasses on her nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. Dot. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, "You'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you?"
I can see you're a little confused, right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan's deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She said it's nice to meet you too.
Dot.
You're a new student, right? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would stand up for their no reason, right? Right.
Misha looks at me with a weird expression, then continues.
We don't know much about him, but maybe we'll find out later.
Maybe I should have introduced myself after all. Anything would have given better first impression than the teacher's drone and fumbling with my name.
We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today so soon, Hee-chan, right?
Hee-chan? What is that kind of name?
Yep. It fits, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I don't really see how.
It fits. You look just like I imagined.
Dot.
Yeah, you look just like a Hee-chan.
I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Dot. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. She does look overwhelmed.
Or sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know that she's a class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to talk to her.
Dot.
Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it.
Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks. I guess that'd be helpful. Yeah, I just came straight to class. Dot.
Yeah. That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there, stupid. Not just with school either. Always. Even if it's a trip to a convenience store. Really, Shi-chan?
Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so, because I'm Hisayo. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly, but anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly, deeply. So deep.
You look down. Are you okay?
Dot.
Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test, God. Wah ha 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 ha.
All right. Dot.
Another thing, you don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi, your class rep, all the time. Just call her Shi-chan.
Dot. Ooh, she's blushing. Girl, I get you. I get the feels.
Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizun would be more appropriate.
Dot.
Yep. Shizun is fine.
Huh. Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier, especially about Shizun, who I assume would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Dot! Exclamation point.
Huh? Oh, right. We haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will be mad.
The assignment's also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class.
Wah ha ha ha. That too.
Dot. Shizun glares at the two of us impatiently. She is such a grump, and I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. Dot.
After class, we could take a walk around the grounds together. It's so nice today, okay?
The assignment's actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Like a dick. Still, we finished in a few minutes earlier than anyone else in class, despite our late start. Shizun and Misha are really capable. They're quite different, though. The class rep is calm and professional, while Misha's more playful and girlish. And pink. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. And I feel guilty about that, because I'm Hiseo, and when the clock tower bell rings, signaling at the end of the period, it's time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who's beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend, even below the lobby, where I met that alcoholic teacher, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious. And oddly modern, those voices are creepy as heck. I feel like I'm in a cult meeting. Its big windows open to the courtyard. Perfect for a cult meeting.
It's the cafeteria!
Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. We're gonna cliffhanger lunch in the next episode.